Pieces to start with the star blooms. So, yeah, what I was saying is there's a certain layer of percentage that we are operating off of, and that also other people are operating off of. Um, when it comes to truthfulness and awareness, okay? And I don't know how it's going to occur specifically. I've had certain visions, I've had certain dreams. There's going to be a full disclosure that will happen. Um, there's going to be a full disclosure that's going to happen, and there's going to be a rate where, because a part of me, and I want spirit to remove my flesh in this, I want me to be able to only provide the messages of clarity that are necessary and truthful, not opinion, spirit. Thank you. There's going to be a full disclosure. It's happening already, it's been happening. But a lot of people don't care to know, right? And when we allow ourselves to get to a point to where we don't care to know until we're made to care to know, the rate of experience that we're dealing with at that point is what has been constructed. When I'm speaking to y'all, I'm always desiring to speak from a place and from a point of being guided and not led. You know, you look at like TikTok now, social media period in general, all of the different, things that we could buy online. Oh, this works the best. You want this type of skin, you want this type of hair, you want this, you want that. And my ancestors, y'all, my ancestors, our ancestors are who they are, and they come to us in a way that is relatable for a reason. We be getting to a point in a position wanting to actually learn ourselves, and then we recognize that we forgot ourselves because parts of us were suppressed. And we recognize, oh, well, through this layer of suppression, I have, harbored certain traumas that I didn't allow myself to exist in. And then you get to that rate of it, and you want to basically just be beyond that because you don't want to get into this position of always wanting to feel like you need to fix something. And then you're in the world that's actually still trying to position you at the rate of their desire. And then you're not equipped to know what it is and where it is that you could be to basically get out of this space where you're still in a fucking rat race that you didn't sign up for because you didn't know. All right. You didn't make any agreement, but yet you are still making agreements based off of your contribution of your energy, your ideas, your essence, your participation, your focus, your intentions, okay? Not becoming the creator that you were created to be, all right? Wanting to have connection. See, a lot of people have been so caught up in wanting to be radical and wanting to have position. So we want titles, okay? I'm this, I'm mom, I'm friend, I'm lover, I'm wife, I'm girlfriend, I'm side piece, I'm cousin, I'm whatever, right? And that's a confirmation, y'all. And we have these things about wanting to be at this rate with ourselves. In 918, um, without allowing ourselves to be in awareness of what is actually occurring and why is it so important that we actually create the spaces that other people would like to be gaps for us. Like, you have the opportunity when you connect to yourselves, when you decide to go on your healing journey, when you retrieve your inner child and become in partnership with that layer, and you create a connection with you and your innermost parts, you and the Most High, when you create a connection with your soul, you are taking away a source of income, of energy, you know, of staying in the way. You get what I'm saying? Of not allowing things to actually shake off. The whole point of revealment is to basically allow a new to come. Y'all, the tower don't come for you to put on a facade and then continue to act like the tower did not occur. Somebody said something so thorough. They said, you don't want to be like the nasty dog that eats the vomit that's been thrown up. That's what a lot of us be doing, y'all. You know what I mean? I did. Get out of a relationship, know that this person hurt you, then you sleep with the person again because you feeling something, right? We done all did it. But at the reality of it is, if I ask to be taken out of this and then I digest this, I consume this, I entertain this, I engage with this, there's something that hasn't been integrated properly here and it needs to be, right? We don't know that sometimes because we don't know the processes of things. We don't know that there are processes. And you don't know that you don't know if you don't allow yourself to find out because you've stopped learning. You're not too old. There is nothing that's ever late. You're not no late bloomer. Everything is in divine timing. I was always meant to be here at this particular point. Why? Spirit had me on a collection tour, all right? And that's what we get to know too. We don't have to sit in this space, y'all. I'm not on here talking to y'all about inner child healing to rehash old wounds that you don't want to face and talk to you about things that you don't want to deal with that are hard for you to face, that are sensitive, that make you feel emotional and vulnerable just so you could be angry and add to an already messed up ecosystem. I'm speaking to you at a rate because I want you to know that all of these happened to me, but look, y'all, spirit spirit made me whole again. Yeah, I might have been raped by people that I wanted to consider family, that I devoted myself to, y'all, right? That I made myself forgive, but those was love spells. Y'all don't even be knowing that. You be going back to people who constantly hurting you because constantly, I don't know what, that was a real something right there, who constantly hurting you because it be love spells, it be stuff placed on you. People be they be speaking over you, y'all. It don't always have to be, you know, lights turning off, dropping the thing into the bottle of, the pot, and like candles and shit. And it don't always have to be like something extra. It could literally just be somebody singing a song constantly over and over and over again with you in mind. It's intention. That's why it's so important what we place our intention on. All right. We be at a space of integration with this. Now that you've heard this information, you've received this nudge of wisdom. You got some different type of whys. Integrate this with you in meditation. Don't just take what I said, but go back in spirit. What's this girl talking about integration, spirituality? What does this stuff mean? Does it matter to me? You know, is it going to affect me? Is this something that I should, and allow it to be? Give it back and then watch how it'll come back to you. That's how you handle spirit. You don't want to be at a rate to where you always wanting something and you never being willing to place anything down. My hands stay light, you know, and I try not to keep my heart heavy either, you know. Be in a space of willingness in it. You can will forth your desires and everything that you're wanting in this physical rate of being if you are with the trueness and the wholeness of yourself. A lot of the times y'all be chasing the thing. Oh, I want money. You running after money. If it ain't about money, then it don't make sense. Yet you can't actually deal with the money at any rate because you have trauma connected to that. There's been something placed on your lineage and you need to heal that in order for you to be at a rate to even hold the type of wealth and abundance that you really, really want to receive. You get to do that. There's pathways, y'all. Tap into the people who can help you do that. All right. Links in the bio. Y'all have a good day.